My name is Jim Kettinger. I'm with Test Incorporated, and today we're going to go over the mounting instructions for the Camoplast track system on this 825i John Deere Gator. The track assemblies came to you on one pallet, 4 boxes containing the track assemblies, and the 5th box, which is the mounting kit. Each track system has a serial number indicated on the box. Each box is marked where the carriage fits on the vehicle. Uncrating the 4 track systems, I like to minimize the use of razor blade knives because they can cause damage to the track. So I like opening up the crate by hand, fold back the sides, the front, the rear flap, and just pick up and let the track roll out. And now we remove the parts from the 5th box, the mounting kit box. In that box is the instructions and a list of parts for the mounting kit. The brackets are marked. This is the front bracket. It is marked with an R for the right. The left bracket is an L for the left. The rear brackets are interchangeable, so they're not marked at all. We have the right quantity of nuts and bolts as the list indicates, and we're ready to mount. In 2011, Camoplast updated the John Deere Gator front mounting brackets. There's still a left and a right bracket. There's an additional reinforcement mounting plate, a couple U-bolts, a few extra nuts and bolts, and now we're using this mounting bracket for 2012, and we're updating the 2011. Each track assembly has a yellow sticker indicating the position of that carriage on the vehicle. That sticker is positioned right here. It's yellow, and the black square indicates the track assembly's position. Also on the carriage is the serial number identification. I'm driving into the shop and I'm driving straight, and I'm paying attention to the steering wheel location, which is critical, and I'll explain later. Now that we drove in, the steering wheel is still in the straight position. We're going to mark the position of the steering wheel so we can refer back to that later when we're doing the front track alignment. Basically what we're going to do is put a piece of tape on the steering wheel and the steering column post. This way we can refer to this when we do the alignment. We're now installing the tracks system on the rear of the vehicle. You can already notice we have the vehicle jacked up. We added some additional spacing there to make sure we can get the vehicle up high enough to get the track system on, because the track system raises the vehicle height about 4.5 inches. Well, next we'll loosen up the wheels, or remove the wheel. John Deere uses 2 different styles of lug bolts, a smaller head size and a larger head size. The larger head size requires a 3/8 socket for the bolt installation. We will reuse the lug bolts when mounting the track system to the vehicle. This is a good time to remove the mounting bolt from the stabilizer rod. This mounting bolt needs to be installed in the mounting bracket before the bracket's installed on the vehicle. Okay, we're now going to install the rear mounting bracket. I have already installed the bolt from the stabilizer rod. This has to be installed before the bracket's installed. Next, I'll remove the bolt from the lower A-arm. Note, this bolt will not be reused for installation. The kit provides a new bolt. Mount the bracket. And put on the nut. We're now going to install the mounting plate. It only can go in one way. We'll slide it in, put the bolt from the top down, install the nut, and tighten. We're now going to torque the mounting plate bolt. We'll now torque the lower mounting bracket bolt. To assist in the track system installation, we have these insulation studs. Turn them into the hub, just a few turns. You'll notice that I have one insulation stud at 12 o'clock. I like that position. It makes it easier to install the track system. I also have the vehicle in gear and the parking brake is on. But we already installed 2 lug bolts and we slightly tightened them. And now we'll remove the insulation stud so we can install the remaining lug bolts. It's also a good time now to have the vehicle in neutral and the parking brake off so you can rotate the track to install all the lug bolts. We'll now torque the lug bolts. We'll now install the stabilizer rod. We'll first install the long spacer, the stabilizer rod, the small spacer, washer, and nut. And now we'll put the final torque to the stabilizer rod mounting bolt. We installed the left track using the same procedure we used on the other side. Both tracks are on and we can move to the front side. The jack is already installed. We have enough spacing to lift the vehicle up high enough to install the track system because the vehicle height increase is about 4.5 inches. We'll now remove the wheel. We'll now remove the CV joint protector. This protector will be reinstalled with the mounting bracket. Okay, we'll now remove the mounting bolt from the stabilizer rod. We'll install the mounting bolt in the mounting bracket. I have the bolt and washer on the bottom side. I like mounting the back side first because I have to attach the front CV joint protector, and trying to hold 3 pieces at one time is a little difficult. Again, washer and bolt. And washer and nut. And then the front side. CV joint protector. And torque to specification. In 2011, Camoplast updated the John Deere Gator front mounting brackets. There's still a left and a right bracket. There's an additional reinforcement mounting plate, a couple U-bolts, a few extra nuts and bolts, and now we're using this mounting bracket for 2012 and we're updating the 2011. First install the large reinforcement plate, mounting with the 2 inside nuts and bolts. Next, install the smaller mounting plate, making sure you put the large bolt in first. Install the 4 small mounting bolts, then the U-bolt. Tighten and torque the bolts. Install the 2 location studs we used in the backside. Just put them in the front hub now. We already installed 2 lug bolts and we slightly tightened them. And now we'll remove the insulation stud so we can install the remaining lug bolts. Torque lug bolts to specification. We'll install the stabilizer rod now with a small collar, the stabilizer rod, a small collar, a washer, and a nut. Tighten and torque. And the final step is tighten and torque.